All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Pilot Seat. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Melissa.
I'm Jesse.
And we're going to do a reaction to This House by Tom Macdonald. We did a reaction to Whiteboy the other day, and we got a lot of suggestions saying to do this song right here. So we're going to do it. I was giving a little backstory about it, but he didn't want to know much more because he just wanted to just go into it and just react to it. Jesse, go ahead and introduce yourself and let them know who you are.
So I'm Jesse Bennett, and my podcast is Jesse Bennett Podcast, at Jesse Bennett Podcast on YouTube, and it's just a interview format podcast. I talk to anybody and everybody pretty much.
Give them an example like who you've had on there.
So most recently I had a former federal and state prosecutor, and we talked about his new book and a few of his cases. I've had some ghost related people also, just a whole bunch of different people, really.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm on his podcast as well. You should get on there sometime.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
And so what we're going to do is I'll put his link to his podcast down in the description, and you can go check it out. And then, so let's get ready and listen to This House. So this is supposed to be a song in response to when he did a song called Whiteboy. Okay. He got a lot of hate from it. Like, apparently there's like a lot of hate from it. So it's been suggested, and we're just going to go ahead and respond to it right now. And if y'all are wondering why it looks different, because there's 3 of us now, and we just trying something different out. All right, here we go. And
lately everyone been talking crazy, feel like everybody's got some to say. They misinterpreted my good intentions and expected I was just gonna step away. If there's a heart that pumps and there's a breath to take, then I won't bite my tongue as long as I'm awake. And they don't have the guts to make a dumb mistake. I'd rather crash a car than never touch the brakes. I built this house. They're the kind of people that be dying for exposure. They're the kind of people that get mad and lose composure. They're the kind of people that are never going forward. They're just the ones that are looking for apologies, hating real loud, but they follow me, screaming at the top of their lungs. I'm the scum of the earth, in the same damn breath trying to preach about equality. Back before I wrote the song on race, they all ignored that I had something great. They tried to edge me out, they didn't hear my bars. They tried to tell me that I wasn't built for fame. Fast forward to when I'm paid, I ain't spend $1 on the chain. I'll get my mama a house, I'll get my dad a car, I'll make my sister rich, she'll never work again. And this hater is so
okay, I gotta stop right there. I like what he said there. Okay, so when he talks about having a lot of money, it's not to brag and say, "Oh, I'm getting flashy things," right? Yeah. It was more like, you know, my parents don't have to work anymore.
It's just basically talking about the success of what he'd helped, you know.
Yeah, and how he's helped and how he's used. Yeah,
basically.
How did you find this artist?
Okay, I used to be in politics for a while, and then for years I got out of it because I just got tired of it. And then during this last election cycle, I was like, okay, I've been missing out on something. When we watched the Trump-Biden debate, it was like, okay, whoa, I'm missing out on something. And then so I started listening to some music, and he popped up, and the first song I heard was American Flags. I was like, oh, who is this?
Yeah.
And that was the first song that Nate reacted to when we were out there, and his reaction was just pure, just genuine. He was like, so that was the song, and that's how I found out. And then I just started just listening to him. Anybody related to that kind of music, political wise, Christian music too. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that's how I found. And then I introduced him to her.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. I'm like, okay. I like what he said. He goes, he's getting so much hate when he had nothing but good intentions.
Right.
On the chain, I'll get my mama a house, I'll get my dad a car, I'll make my sister rich, she'll never work again. And this hater is so underwhelming, I'm conditioned for all the abuse. Seeing the reaction videos all blowing up, and you're welcome for all of the views. Blow up my Twitter, y'all just keep making me bigger. Y'all just keep showing you're triggered. Y'all just keep missing the point.
Okay, I like when he brought that up, because what we're doing right now, a reaction video, right? Yeah. And the way he looks at it, it's true. He goes, thank you for all the views. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
I mean, you're going to get hate.
All
the time, no matter what you do, if it's online or whatever.
We finally got our first kind of little hater comment the other day.
Oh, yeah. Actually, did have in the comments that said,
don't quit your day job.
Don't quit your day job, folks. Yeah, but you know, it happens. That's why we're out here.
I laughed at it, man.
Well, it's a lot. It's a lot of the people that aren't doing anything that see.
And it came from someone who wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, typically.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, we even watch podcasters that we don't agree with, but we don't go hate on them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, Tom, always coming with the bangers.
Welcome for all of the views. Blow up my Twitter. Y'all just keep making me bigger. Y'all just keep showing you're triggered. Y'all just keep missing the point, and I keep doing me. Y'all ain't nothing to even consider. Man, I built this house. I'm the kind of person making make you nervous, yeah. Back before I even wrote the record, I could see this coming like a fortune teller. And a calm sea don't make a skilled sailor, so I thank the heavens for the stormy weather. Okay, fast forward to when we're old and gray. I'll be looking back at when they posted hate, and it will hurt a bit, but it was worth it when your dream is getting hurt no matter what they say. I try conveying that I love us all, and the way I did it left them so appalled. I used a broken arm to try and break their walls. No matter what they say, they know it took balls. I surveyed the land and I found a location, unloaded the lumber and pounded the stakes, and I blended the bones of the people who hated with blood and cement. Then I poured the foundation. I built the frame with all my guilt and shame, and then I chiseled my name and the date in the basement. I carved my initials and all of the boards and the beams that are needed for structural greatness. No record label, no distribution, no cosign, no publicist, no manager, no teammates, no money to make up my budget with, no groceries, no studio, no booking agent, no bucket list, no PR, no marketing, just fans. Man, we built this house when my days ended.
I like that. Like,
Yep.
like that's true. Like you spend all that time building something up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then I like how he says none of this, none of that, because it's just been me and my fans. And it's true, because everybody who knows, like, if you're an artist, the fans are what makes you, really.
Oh, actually, the other ones.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I
then
mean?
the studios and
Yeah,
stuff will
definitely.
attach
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
And
to
if
make
yes, and
money.
you're independent this way, you don't have managers and all that. You can go the route you want to go. You can talk about and do the music he wants to do, and I guess that's what makes it so great.
And two, you know, like independent artists seem to have like better fans, anyways, like more loyal fans. You know what I mean? Because like
So true.
they respect the fact that you just went against this big machine, this whole industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay, Tom, what are you doing to us, man?
Right, Tom.
Yeah, you know, every song's a hit, man. Like I heard like really one song, and I'm like, all right, ready? Oh, I gotta rewind it back. I almost forgot. Definitely don't want to get crucified on that again. No, I'm just joking.
No groceries, no studio, no booking agent, no bucket list, no PR, no marketing, just fans. Man, we built this house when my days end and it's vacant, and they bury me with that only key. My biggest fans gon' break in with a Ouija board and a box of chalk, draw a pentagram, hail Satan, try to bring me back from that wooden box y'all tried to fill my grave with. Then I'll sit on the roof with
Okay.
Hey, so he's talking about pendulums and
He's talking about where the music industry has gone now. You know, like
Yeah, that's true.
you know, like when we watched that Katy Perry, you know, and she's witch's broom and all that stuff. That's what he's talking about. That's like that's what they're all like into. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Okay.
that's crazy.
You know, I got to say something, because I did see that video when y'all were talking about that. You know, in high school and stuff, I listened to a lot of black metal, death metal, but I like a lot of Norwegian black metal.
Oh, I know.
right?
Norwegian's got some good. Yeah.
And I feel like the music that leans towards this satanistic kind of image today just really kills it for me. Because as a teenager, I liked black metal, and black metal, we worship the devil, and the imagery and everything that comes with it, that made it cool. But it doesn't work with this. Doesn't work with pop. Doesn't work with that stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't know. You gotta look into Little Nas X, man, and that song. What was it? Was it called? I can't remember.
Can't remember the name.
But it shows him sliding down a stripper pole from heaven to hell, giving a lap dance to Satan and all that.
Yeah, but it's
I know what you're saying. It doesn't have that like.
it doesn't have that. It's not metal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just. I don't know.
So you have you ever listened to like symphonic metal?
No. It's really. I mean, I listen to Dark Funeral, Mayhem, just a lot of like Norwegian.
Yeah, I've heard of Mayhem.
Black
Well, see, a lot of the symphonic metal is Norwegian.
Oh, okay.
They come from
okay.
like Finland and Norway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like look up like Nightwish, Within Temptation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Epica.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sorry to get off topic. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
But that's good to know. I didn't know that's the kind of music you listen to. But yeah, okay. We understand the reference that he was talking about. Oh, sweet.
Right.
break in with a Ouija board and a box of chalk, draw a pentagram, hail Satan, try to bring me back from that wooden box y'all tried to fill my grave with. Then they'll sit on the roof with the rifles I hid in the fridge, and they'll shoot at the men on the ridge who are coming to undo the work that I did. Then they'll block off the highway that leads to the crib and put sensors on all of the boards in the bridge so they know when they're coming to empty the clip. Then they'll gut all the bodies and cut off the skin, then connect all the pieces with needles and pins and attach it to 10 feet of branches and twigs and then plant it in mud till it stands in the wind. Then they'll stand there and look at this that we did that we never imagined we do because of them. Our blood and sweat and tears went into what we built till we were bags. So we use blood and sweat and tears of enemies to build our flag. We built this house, baby.
Oh, that was genius. I gotta hear that again. I just gotta rewind that back and hear what he said. Yeah, that was so dope. I like that reference and that metaphor.
That we never imagined we do. cause of them. Our blood and sweat and tears went into what we built till we were bags. So we use blood and sweat and tears of enemies to build our flag.
Use the blood and sweat and tears of our enemies to build our flag.
Yeah.
What is he? I kind of get it.
He's talking about like you take that hate like
Oh, okay,
from, like
it's the
from
hate,
people
yeah.
like your enemies or whatever, and you end up building your flag with it. Like basically like saying, I'm going to use it to build me up and not let it be where you tear me down. You know what I mean? And the response, and like this is kind of like an example of it.
Right.
Like, you know what? Like I like it.
Very good reference.
Yeah. Okay, Tom, doing it again.
In the wind and I'll Sandler and look at this that we did that we never imagined we do cause of them. Our blood and sweat and tears went into what we built till we were bags. So we use blood and sweat and tears of enemies to build our flag. We built this house, we laid these bricks, we set these traps, these flames we lit. Our haters doused in gasoline they brought to try and torch us with. Let them hate, dog. Everyone will have something to say, dog. Their opinions don't mean trying to judge your engine by your paint job. Gravestone, I'm a cheap death. There's too much I ain't seen yet. They think that I got them way over my head, but I feel like I just got my feet wet. We're trying to dream more and sleep less. Avoid the pills when we're depressed. Remember to not be too hard on ourselves. If we cut deep enough, we up bleed red. Man, you never know when it's time to go. Heaven's open when the bars are closed. So seize the moment, don't leave it hoping. You'll breathe tomorrow, you could be a ghost. I'm living mine like the finish line is right in front of me. Made of fishing wire, so I'll never see it till it's too late. When God shakes my hand, please celebrate. Please celebrate. Please celebrate.
You know, that last part is, yeah, I really like that one because I've been talking a lot about that to friends, about seizing the moment and not listening to what people are saying. And everything is so short, so try to do everything that you can.
Yeah, and like how he said, like the finish line's a fishing line, so you're not going to see it until
You're there,
yeah.
basically. Okay, all right.
Y'all suggestions are always on point. This was definitely like we heard Whiteboy.
Yeah.
He just wanted to hear just going straight into this. But I suggest you look at Whiteboy so you kind of understand what he's talking about.
Okay.
Because now I understand now why he came out with that song.
Right.
You know, now I know like the meanings and what he's saying. And
Thank you guys for all the comments and support.
Thank you.
And the suggestions. Absolutely
Yes.
love that. Thank you.
Yes, and we're working on the suggestions. There's been a lot, so please be patient because it does take us a while to do an episode. Like it doesn't take much time to record it. It's the editing, the post-production of it that does take a while. So we're getting there. We appreciate it. Keep giving us suggestions, and we'll make sure we do them. You know what I'm saying? And remember, don't forget to check out his podcast. Say your podcast again.
It's at Jesse Bennett Podcast on YouTube, and thanks Jeremiah for having me on this. It's pretty cool. Thanks
you,
for
man. Yeah,
showing
we gotta do
me
this more often. You know,
these
what I'm saying?
artists.
Yeah, and, you know, you can show us some artists. You know what I mean? So some of that.
Cool.
Yeah, you know, yeah, man. So again, thank you again. Thank you for being on board with us. I'm Jeremiah,
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Jesse.
and thank you again for tuning in. Take care,
Stay safe.
and God bless. We love the U.S.